Okay, hello everyone. Hello, hello everyone, and uh, you are viewing our lecture video on HTM3, Introduction to the Study and Writing of History, and the topic of the lecture is choosing a research topic. Okay, so uh, conducting research is the bread and butter of the discipline of history. Okay, so kumbaga diyan umiikot lahat ng trabaho ng isang historian. Okay, even if you're in the academe or in other fields, hindi natin may iwasan na mag-conduct ng research. Okay, so now, of course, before we proceed with the research, hindi naman pwedeng bara-bara yan. So the research has to be grounded always on a specific topic or dyan iikot or sa isang topic kung saan iikot ang ating research. So the question now is, how do we choose a research topic? Okay, now, madalas dyan nahihirapan or yan yung pinakaunang struggle, okay, ng mga researchers, ng mga students. Okay, because of course, syempre, how hindi ka makakapag-proceed kapag wala kang topic. And uh, there are many cases where students or researchers uh, are having hard times to in choosing their topic. Okay, so ano ba yung mga pwede natin gawin to help facilitate in choosing a research topic? Okay, so first, and I cannot emphasize this enough, is that kailangan nating magbasa. Okay, so we need to read, and we need to read some more. Okay, that's why uh, uh, we often see historians in archives or in libraries reading, okay, um, not just in not just in looking for the information for their research, but also uh, for them to be given an idea kung ano ba ang pwedeng i-research. Okay? It's because in reading, diyan mo malalaman kung ano ang mga hindi pa na i-research. Okay? Because when we do research, kailangan there has to be something new. Meron tayong bagong ipe-present, okay, na knowledge doon sa i-research natin. Okay? And we cannot find out kung ano ang mga nagawa na at yung mga hindi pa nagawa if hindi tayo magbabasa. Okay? So that is one habit actually na kailangan ma-develop natin. Okay? That's to always find time to read. Okay? So hindi naman natin sinasabi na the whole day or every waking moment natin, no, nagbabasa tayo. Okay? Hindi, pero it's just that dapat hindi natin pinapalampas ang isang araw nang hindi tayo nakakapagbasa. Okay? Again, that is where we can find, that is the best idea or that is the best suggestion on how we can find a good research topic. Okay? So let's read books, textbook, kahit textbook pa yan. Okay, let's read journals or articles, mga recent researches. Okay, to help us determine ano ba yung mga pwedeng gawan ng research topic. Okay, much better if the topic is not yet researched on para at least masasabi natin na okay, that your work is a pioneering work. Okay? So yun. So it's the first and actually the best suggestion that we can give. Okay? It's to read. It's to constantly read. All right? Now, of course, with the internet, hindi na ganoon kahirap ang magbasa. Okay? Uh, ang madami ng mga, especially in this time of pandemic, may mga databases na nag-open ng kanilang yun nga, mga database nila, okay, for researchers. Okay? Especially na hindi tayo makalabas-labas talaga sa ngayon, we cannot really physically go to archives or libraries. Okay, so let's utilize the internet as much as we can. Okay, Second suggestion is, maglabas tayo ng highlighter. And ito. So again, the first and the most important suggestion is to read. Okay? Second, and this a bit obvious, is through the coursework or class requirements that we accomplish sa mga courses natin or sa mga classes natin. Especially in major subjects. Okay? In major subjects that are focused on content. So kung mapapansin natin, 'di ba, naka-outline na diyan ang mga topics natin for the semester. Okay? So those can be also good research topics. Okay? And usually, okay, yung mga instructors, yung mga teachers natin, okay, usually in order to give or para masanay tayong mga students of history sa mga pagko-conduct ng research, sa pagpe-present ng mga nakita natin, okay, teachers usually assign yung mga topics na naka-outline na yan sa ating course outline sa mga students for them, hindi naman dahil sa tinatamad ang teacher, but it's really to uh, for number one, it's to help us uh, develop our research skills. Okay, it's to help us develop our presentation skills. Okay, and uh, of course, the teacher will always be there to help us whenever we are having a hard time in researching on that particular topic. Okay, so dapat during the presentation, so nagbibigay din siya ng mga inputs niya. Okay, tumutulong siya sa pag-synthesize, sa pagbibigay ng analysis or interpretation, okay, etc. etc. Kaya yung pagbibigay ng report, okay, hindi dahil tinatamad si sir or si ma'am. Okay. So again, it's there to help us gain first-hand experience, or at least to gain somewhat a feel, kumbaga magkaroon tayo ng idea kung paano nagko-conduct ng research. Okay? That is why kapag nagtatanong ng volunteers kung sino yung may gustong mag-take ng topic na to, so let's not be afraid uh, to volunteer ourselves, kasi that's another way of how we can gain or how we can get an idea on a possible or a good research topic. Okay? Now, what if, for example, nasa part na tayo uh, ng ng program natin kung saan magtitesis na tayo, and syempre wala nang mga prescribed topics dyan compared to the major subjects that deal with content. Okay? Alright, so dyan papasok ang, again, number one, okay, to read, of course, to read and to read some more para uh, makita natin ano yung pwede pa natin gawan ng research. Okay? And at the same time, it helps us to determine what are our interests. Okay? It's very important that the research topic that we are going to choose is anchored or is based on our interest. Ano ba yung mga hilig natin? Okay? Or saan ba tayo nag-enjoy? Okay? So remember, a research is not one sitting activity. Okay? Hindi siya matatapos ng isang upuan lang. Especially yung mga terminal requirements tulad ng thesis. So yan, matagalang research yan, matagalang pagbabasa, matagalang paghahanap ng information. Okay? That is why kailangan, in order for us na hindi mawala ang motivation natin, it's a good idea to research on a topic that revolves around one of our interests. Okay, halimbawa kung mahilig ka sa music, di ba? So pwede kang mag-music history. Okay, kung mahilig ka sa politics, ayan, political history, di ba? Kung inline ka sa law, or kung mahilig ka sa mga structure, di ba? Pwedeng architectural history. Okay? Kung mahilig ka sa sayaw, you can go under cultural history, etc., etc. Okay? And ang kinaganda niyan is, in the field of history, basically anything that interests us, okay, can be researched on, or can be a possible topic for research. Okay? Actually, kahit anong hilig natin, mahilig ka magluto, mahilig ka kumain, okay? Mahilig ka sa mga machines, mahilig ka sa gera, okay? Mahilig ka sa fighting or what, sa mga battles. Okay? So lahat ng 'yan, okay? Everything that is within the scope of human activities. So yan, lahat yan pwedeng maging research topic. Actually, kahit yung environment, pwede, environmental history, diba? So pwede yan. Okay? So everything basically that is covered under human activities, under the everything about the past. So basically lahat ng yan pwedeng gawa ng historical research. Okay? Alright. So, in identifying our interests, okay, kasi baka sabihin natin, di ba, ang dami namang pwedeng basahin, di ba? So, ayan, another way of how we can limit kung ano yung mga pwede nating basahin is focus tayo sa kung ano yung interest natin. Okay? So, we just have to answer the question, di ba? What topic interests you the most? Di ba? So, kung habang nagtitake kayo ng HECA-C or ng aralin panlipunan nung high school, 'di ba? Ano yung mga topic na pinaka nai-interest sa atin? Okay? Kasi doon mo makikita kung saang field ka eh. 'Di ba? Kung ano yung topic na enjoyable para sa iyo, 'di ba? Or ano yung mga activities na kinahihiligan mo? Halimbawa, mahilig ka sa sports. So, pwede yan. Okay? Fall pa rin under ng cultural history yan. Okay? Sports, di ba? Recreation. Okay? Of course, there are some na medyo bago. Okay? For example, video games, medyo recent sila. Okay? They can fall under contemporary history. Okay? Pero again, as long as uh, and basically anything that interests you, okay, can be used as a research topic. Yung problem na lang talaga is ano ang kinahihiligan mo. Okay? So you have to find that out for yourself. Kasi again, hindi naman namin pwedeng sabihin sa inyo ano yung hilig niyo. Okay? Now, once na-determine na natin kung ano ang hilig natin, okay, so yan. So we now look for available sources and related literature. Ayan. I suggest na unahin nating maghanap ng mga related literature. Okay, ano na ang mga naisulat or ano na ang mga nai-research tungkol sa topic na gusto ko. Okay? Halimbawa, ako gusto ko food history. Sa totoo lang. Okay? So, maghahanap ako ng mga literature that focuses on culinary or food history. Okay? So, we have the likes of Doreen Fernandez, yung mga works ni Miss Feliz Santa Maria, okay? And other essays and historic and articles that were made about food history. So, yan yung mga pwede kong hanapin, okay? And of course, basahin ko. Well, one, uh, babasahin ko siya kasi again, it's part of my interest. Okay? Two, when I read through them, di ba, pwede akong makaisip ng mga possible topics uh, for my own research, okay, na medyo related or somewhat similar, pero of course, uh, may ibang aspeto or may iba akong gagawin sa sarili kong research. Okay? Again, kasi hindi pwedeng eksaktong pareho. Okay? They can also help us in looking for available sources. Okay? That's why when reading articles, it's always important to look in the bibliography section of the article or of the journal or of the research or book that we are reading. Okay? It can help us determine ano ang mga pwedeng magamit na sources, and sometimes they can also help us in determining saan natin makikita ang mga sources na yan. Okay? So ano yung mga concepts na pwede nating magamit? For example, methodology. Ayan. Diba? So yung isang article, ganito ang ginawa niya sa kanyang research, pero nag-focus siya, for example, sa Cebu. Okay? Baka pwede kong gawin to halimbawa sa Mabalacat or sa Pampanga. Okay? So in that sense, may pinagkaiba na. Okay? Pero meron kang basis for your research, which is yung binasa mo ng related literature. Okay? Kaya again, hindi mawawala ang importance ng reading. Okay? Ayan. Uy, yung methodology na to, pwede kong gamitin. Okay? Or yung theoretical framework niya. Okay? Or yung ginamit niyang framework for analysis, baka pwede ko din gamitin to sa akin. Okay? Halimbawa, gumamit siya ng functionalism, ayan, or gumamit siya ng structuration sa kanyang theoretical framework. Okay? So, we can then gain an idea, baka pwedeng dito ako mag-focus ang research ko in terms of the interpretation and the analytical aspect of my research, diba? Okay, mga key terms na lumabas doon sa mga related literature na yan, na doon sa gusto kong topic, parang naiisip ko parang lalabas din mga approaches. Ayan. Okay, yun nga, ano yung mga sa mga concepts na yan, ano yung mga pwede kong magamit sa aking naiisip na topic or sa naiisip kong interest. Okay? You can also consider the following para mas specify pa ang topic natin. Okay? Kasi again, remember, kapag naisip mo ng interest mo, baka medyo malawak yan. For example, food history. Diba? Ako, yun yung gusto ko. Pero kung as in food history lang, yun lang, okay, di ba medyo malawak siya. Alright? So how can I narrow it down? So yun nga, balikan natin ito. So we can specify the methodology, okay, kung anong framework ang gagamitin natin, kung anong specific na terms or concepts lang ang ifo-focus ko sa interest ko. Okay? Pwede ring by period or by time frame. Okay? For example, culinary history ng Pampanga during the Spanish occupation, ayan, or during the American occupation, mga American influences. So, ayan. Okay? Or pwede nating bigyan ng geographic scope. So, gaya nga ng sinabi ko kanina, food history in Pampanga, ayan, or in Angeles City, or in Mabalacat City. Okay, so ayan. And then, pwede mo pang liitan. Okay, for example, kung sa food history, di ba, ano yung mga iba pang sub-themes na pwedeng pumasok under food history? Pwedeng recipes, pwedeng consumption patterns, di ba? Pwedeng in connection with economic history, di ba? Production, distribution, and consumption. Okay, patterns of production and consumption. Yeah. Okay, pwede kang pumasok sa industrialization ng food. Ayan, yung mga nagpa-process foods ka na. Diba? So halimbawa, yung tocino, di ba? Yung tocino o yung history ng tocino, paano nag-start yan, di ba? So pwede mong pasukan ng industrialization yan. Okay, and ayun nga, since food history, pwede kang mag-focus sa isang specific na food. Okay? Halimbawa, history ng yun nga, tocino, history ng sisig. So, ayan. So, you can further specify. Kung halimbawa, sabihin natin kung gusto mong mag-economic history, diba? Ano yung mga sub-themes na papasok under economic history. So yan nga. So pwede kang mag-national scope, pwede kang in terms of the numbers and statistics, di ba? You can look into the GDP or the poverty rate or the unemployment rate. Okay? So, halimbawa, economic history of the Philippines under the Marcos administration, for example. Ayan. Okay, tapos sasabihin mo na ang titingnan ng research ko is on the aspect of unemployment and poverty. So, ayan. Kasi economics, di ba, madami pang factors or madaming concepts under economics. Okay, so yun, you can choose a specific factor or you can choose a specific concept under that particular theme. Okay? Alright, so once na naisip mo na yan, and again, another tip, always take down notes. Okay? Dapat lagi kang mayroong daladalang maliit na notebook. Doon mo susulat yung mga idea. Halimbawa kasi, minsan yung mga ideas, biglang susulpot yan eh. Halimbawa, nasa jeep ka, o kaya nasa banyo, naliligo ka, okay? Or papunta ka ng school, or pauwi ka, diba? Habang kumakain ka. Okay? So, dapat meron kang malapit na pwedeng pagsulatan. Or sa kaso natin ngayon, since modern technology, we can use diba, yung mga gadgets natin. Okay, so para mag-jot down notes tayo. Alright, so after establishing our topic or after narrowing it down, okay, so pwede na tayong gumawa ng research question. Okay, so ano yung research question? It's different from a topic. Okay, it's the statement that presents the central inquiry or the research problem. So ano ba yung gusto mong malaman? Okay, kaya usually, the research question or the research problem is in question format. Okay? It's easier for us to determine what we are looking for, what we are researching about kapag ka naka-question format siya. Okay? So, halimbawa, ang topic natin, yun nga, history ng sisig, halimbawa. Okay? So, ano yung gusto mong malaman tungkol sa sisig? Sa history ng sisig. So, come up with a question para alam mo kung ano yung hahanapin mo. But take note, okay, the research question in historical research, kailangan nagsisimula ang questions natin sa why or how. Okay, hindi pwedeng what, hindi pwedeng where. Okay, sa main problem natin, okay, kailangan it should be a why or a how question. Okay? Okay. So, to gain an idea ano ba pinagkaiba ng dalawa, research topic. So, yan. What is your research about? So, basically, medyo general yan. Okay? Research question, what does your research seek to find out? Okay? So, kumbaga, ang topic, mas general siya, ang question. So, you are now focusing on what you are going to research about. Okay? Now, pag nakapag-come up ka na ng questions mo, okay, ng research questions mo, okay, for example, yung why was sisig, why is the recipe for sisig like this, ganyan, okay? So, once may question ka na, babalik na naman tayo sa pagbabasa. Okay, again, reading should be a habit for those in the discipline of history. Okay? So, you have well, alam na natin to. So, you have two types of sources. So, ito yung primarily na mga binabasa natin. So, you have primary sources. You have secondary sources. Primary sources are those that contain first-hand information. Meaning, yung information na makukuha natin doon ay nanggagaling sa mga tao na okay, who really saw the event that we are researching about. Okay, so for example, kung tungkol sa Marcos administration yan, martial law, so dapat ang source natin Okay, ang gumawa ng source or nagsulat ng source dapat nakita niya mismo. Okay, or na-experience niya mismo ang mabuhay during the martial law period for the source to be considered a primary source. Okay, ano naman ang secondary sources? These are sources that contain information based on primary sources. Okay? So kung halimbawa yung okay, ito yung diary ng tao na nabuhay noong halimbawa lang noong martial law, tapos ito ang ginawa kong research tungkol dito sa primary source na ito. So this is now tapos ito binasa ninyo. So this now becomes a secondary source. Okay, usually ano yan, pagka secondary source, usually these are interpretations and analysis based on primary sources. Now, take note, pareho natin silang ginagamit. Primary source are the source of our information. Secondary source is used for contextualization. Okay? Meaning, yung information na ito, okay, yung primary information, inilalagay natin sa context. Okay? Inilalagay natin siya doon sa time kung kailan nagawa ito. Remember, in history, okay, we do not judge or we do not interpret or we do not analyze it uh, based on our own time or based on our own uh, tawag dito, based on our own context. Kailangan ina-analyze natin sila or ina-interpret natin sila based on how it was situated at the time it was made. Okay? So kumbaga kailangan bumabalik tayo mismo, bumabalik tayo sa panahon kung kailan nagawa or kung yung events ay kung kailan naganap ang source na ang mga information dito sa source na ito. Okay? So yun ang use ng secondary sources. Again, we analyze or we contextualize the information that we found in primary sources because we do not analyze using our own context in the present time. Okay? We analyze them under the context of the event when the source or when the information was happening. Okay? When the event was happening. Okay? So, hindi mawawala ang secondary sources sa primary sources. Okay. Now, going back to the topic of choosing a topic, again, all right? So, actually, both, pag magbabasa kayo ng primary sources and ng secondary sources, actually, these are also good ideas on how we can choose a topic. Okay? Madami-dami lang talaga ang babasahin. Aminin ko sa inyo. Yun lang. Okay? Pero again, this is the bread and butter of the discipline of history. We have to make reading a habit. Okay? So, pag pwede na, we can go to some archives, di ba? We can spend hours there. Tapos, basa-basa lang tayo, di ba? Flip through some primary documents. Tapos, minsan may isang document na biglang magsaspark ang idea natin in conducting a research. Okay? So take note. So course part ng pagsusulat ng research is force the proper citation style. Okay? Now, we have what we use in the discipline of history is the Chicago style of citation. Okay? So you may want to look over some of these examples. So i-send ko ang link sa natin sa ating tawag din sa ating Edmodo. Okay? So, basically, yun lang talaga. So, what we need to do, okay, we read. Okay, again, I cannot emphasize this enough. Okay, we need to read, We need to read some more, and we need to read a lot more, okay, for us to choose a research topic. Okay? Uh, and also, for when you have your major subjects that focus on content, so yung mga yan, you can also choose the topics that will be outlined, okay, to be your research topic. Okay? Kaya actually, uh, pwedeng idea din, for example, magti-thesis na tayo, it's also a good idea to look back into the research that you made in your major subjects. Okay, pwede din kasi silang i-develop further into your thesis. Okay? And of course, we can also look into our interests for a research topic. Kaya lang yun nga, once we identified our interests, so we go back to reading. We read uh, literature, we read works that are related to our interests. Okay? So again, always take down notes. Okay? Kailangan meron tayong notebook lagi sa nadala-dala natin. Okay? Anywhere we go or in whatever we do, because again, idea minsan nag-spark na lang yan bigla. Okay? Hindi natin inaasahan. Okay? Wherever we may be and whatever we may be doing. Okay? All right. So, I hope nakatulong kahit papaano in identifying a research topic. So, huwag kayong magmadali in coming up with a research topic. So, it takes time actually. Okay? Uh, so, yun. So, I hope na we start to develop that habit of reading, because from choosing a topic up to the end of the research process, okay, reading is really tawag dito, is really one of the activities na ginagawa natin all throughout. Okay? So, start reading. Okay? I hope that you can come up with your topic. Okay? And God bless and stay safe. Okay? So, the discussion on the citations. So, again, I will be forwarding the link to you guys. Okay? So, sa ngayon, dyan muna tayo sa pagpili ng topic. Okay? So, uh, again, God bless, stay safe, and start reading. Okay.